The Pittsburgh Steelers add a weapon to their wide receiver room, signing former Los Angeles Rams wideout Van Jefferson, a guy who's familiar with Arthur Smith, who spent 12 games in Atlanta last season but did almost nothing, catching 12 passes for 101 yards. Look, he's a guy that sets the Pittsburgh Steelers up well. He fits a mold that I think the Pittsburgh Steelers need. But at the same time, it indicates one of two things for the Steelers. It indicates either they have a lot of faith in Calvin Austin, and they believe Calvin Austin is going to take a major step forward in year 3, and that he will be a key contributor to this offense and play that slot role and be able to start. Or it means that they really, truly believe that they will land a guy like Tyler Boyd or Hunter Renfrow or one of these top slot options that are still in the free agency market. Because Van Jefferson is not your starter. He signed to a 1-year deal. He's just a guy that's going to come off the bench and be your third outside option, which I think is perfect for the Pittsburgh Steelers because they need a third outside option and they need one that is better than what they have had in years past. But now you can draft somebody high in the NFL draft, view him as your number 2, maybe your number 3, but your second outside guy alongside George Pickens. You could sign a Tyler Boyd. You could sign a Hunter Renfrow, and you could make them your starting slot guy, or Calvin Austin can be your starting slot guy, and you could have a lot of faith in him, and maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers do. But then Van Jefferson just comes off the bench. And I think that that's all that this does for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Doesn't move the needle much. I mean, just to read off some stats, his best year in the NFL is 2021 with the Rams, 50 receptions, 802 yards, 6 touchdowns. Last season, he had 20 receptions, 209 yards, 0 touchdowns. The year before that, 24 receptions, 369 yards, 3 touchdowns. And his rookie season, 19 receptions, 220 yards, 1 touchdown. He's never had a breakout year. He's never had that, Van Jefferson's going to be really good season. He's a piece that is really good for depth. If you bring him in for the Pittsburgh Steelers and you allow him to just come off the bench as your backup behind George Pickens and whoever else, works out very nicely for the Steelers and what they're looking to do. It's a weapon. The Steelers needed weapons. They needed depth at wide receiver. This is not a bad one. It's a quality wide receiver who could go up and make physical catches and has a lot of speed. I think it works out well, but it's another move for the Pittsburgh Steelers.